Just imagine, you are flying at 36,000 feet and suddenly the aircraft engines fail and things start to go wrong. The passengers in the cabin are panicking and the lives on board hang in the balance. In those terrifying moments, what goes through a pilot's head? How does he process an overwhelming amount of information and make life or death choice? This video dissects the intricate mental processes and cognitive biases that dictate pilot decisions when facing their darkest hour. In aviation, the cockpit is as much a mental arena as it is a technical one. We must not forget that the pilots are also human beings, having emotions like all of us. However, when things go wrong, a pilot's ability to make clear, timely decisions can determine the final outcome of a flight. But under high pressure, decision-making is not just about the skill. In fact, it is about psychology. Under stress, the human brain can experience cognitive tunneling or situational myopia, focusing too narrowly on one problem while missing other critical cues. High workload, time pressure, and physiological stress responses, such as increased heart rate and adrenaline surges, can impair working memory, causing slow information processing. Decision-making under stress can be affected by a variety of cognitive biases, which are deep-rooted in commonly known hazardous attitude patterns. Here we would discuss only the important ones. First and the foremost is plan continuation bias, often called press-on-itis, like the crew continues the unstable approach in deteriorating weather instead of executing a go-around. The second is macho or invulnerability bias, like the captain decides to land on a wet, short runway in strong crosswinds because he is confident that he has done this before, so he can pull it off and show off his skill. The third is called resignation or groupthink, in that the first officer may disagree with the captain's decision to descend early, but stays silent to avoid perceived conflict. Lastly, loss aversion, in that the crew tend to avoid passenger inconvenience and delays, thus choose the option to continue to the destination despite low fuel reserves. James Reason's work on human error in organizational safety observed that in emergency situations, pilots don't just fly the aircraft, they rapidly shift between multiple roles, each with its own demands and pressures. These roles he plays include a crew member, company management representative, problem-solving and team leader. Reason emphasized that errors often arise not from crew incompetence, but from system complexity and the role overload. Pilots are trained to handle emergencies, but the cognitive load and shifting responsibilities can stretch human limits. That's why layered defenses like automation, CRM, and organizational support are vital. In view of the earlier discussion, we can conclude that effective decision-making under pressure has to be built long before takeoff. In this regard, training scenarios, simulator drills, and CRM cultivate mental resilience and structured thinking. Pilots are taught to use different decision models to anchor their thought process, even when adrenaline is high. Equally important is managing the human factors. Breathing control, self-talk, and open communication with crew can break the chain of panic and restore cognitive bandwidth. In the end, we can say that the best pilots don't rely solely on instinct or experience. Instead, they rely on disciplined thinking, rehearsed under pressure, and supported by the crew who work as a team to achieve synergy. Thanks for watching.